If you're gonna put it in your mouth, you have to put it on the scale first. Well, not everything that's gonna go in your mouth. To be honest, guys, I really don't feel like making this video. But I made a commitment that I'm gonna post a video this Thursday, and I will. And you know why? Because I made a commitment. Are you paying attention at all? Like, pay attention. Jesus Christ. I was about to turn 27, never ever had abs in my life, not even a decent physique for that matter. I've always looked chubby and just not good, to be honest. But I saw this Irish guy on YouTube talking about macros, calories, if you eat that much fat or that much protein, this is what's gonna happen, this is when you need to cut, this is when you need to bulk. And I was like, what the fuck is this guy even talking about? Even though in my mind I was old, being 27, my being lean and sexy aspirations have been long gone. I thought that that ship has sailed. I still really wanted to have that six-pack abs for the first time in my life. So I decided to hop on this if it fits your macros flexible dieting thing. And I gotta tell you, it has been the best decision I've ever made. Now, before you say anything, I'm not saying this because I claim this to be the best and only way to get jacked, shredded, ripped. No, I'm only saying this because it has been the first thing that ever worked for me, and because of it, I learned so much about food and nutrition in general. What is going on, guys? Boban Kuzmanovski here, and I would love for you to pronounce my last name. But even more than that, I would really like for you to smash that like button so we can grow the channel, more people can watch my videos, and maybe even one day I can get one of those YouTube plates. I don't know, who knows, maybe. So, flexible dieting, or if it fits your macros. Nowadays, pretty much everybody knows what this is, but for those of you who don't, let me briefly explain. If it fits your macros, or flexible dieting, is this way of eating where you calculate your macros. First your calorie intake, and then the protein, fats, and carbs within those calories. And from then on, you just eat pretty much whatever the fuck you want as long as it fits those macros. I'm not going to go into details about how to start with flexible dieting or how to calculate your macros or anything like that. In this video, I'm actually going to talk about my personal experience within the 5 years that I've been flexible dieting. I've also divided the video into sections, and I've added timestamps in the description so you can jump to wherever you think it's going to be most interesting for you, or if there's a specific topic within this topic that you want to jump to, you can do that in the description. Let's get started. As I already touched on the topic in the intro of the video, I pretty much started it because I was desperate for something to finally work. I've tried diets in the past. Most of them were stupid diets, like with no training associated with them, with no proper understanding of the diet. I've tried starving myself. I've tried eating specific foods at specific times. I've tried keto. Without disliking the video, please, before you do, I don't think that keto is a bad thing. I'm not against keto. I just think that depriving your body of a whole food group like carbohydrates is not smart, because there's so many things in the carbohydrates that you can use and that you need. So I don't see a reason why you would completely take it off of your diet. But as I mentioned before, I know that it worked for a lot of people. I know a lot of people that are on keto or have been on keto and they love it. It's just not something that I like. That actually brings me to a very good point, which is every single diet out there works. As long as the diet keeps you in a caloric deficit, which is pretty much what all diets are designed for. If it keeps you in a caloric deficit, you will lose weight. It's going to work. So does keto work? Yeah. Does Atkins work? Yes. Intermittent fasting? It works. But is there anything superior in these diets versus other diets? No. They're all diets. The whole point is, if this is something that's sustainable for A, your health, and for B, your way of life. Like, are you able to continuously for years be on this diet? That's why I don't like the word diet, because you need to be on some sort of way of eating. Like, you need to have a system, and this is where I find that flexible dieting is pretty good. When I first hopped on this diet, I was skinny fat. I had no muscle, but the goal was to have abs for the first time in my life, remember? So naturally, I went on a cut. I wanted to lose all the excess fat I had and show off those abs, right? And that's exactly what I did. And even though at the end of this dieting journey, I was extremely skinny and not happy with the results, for the first time in my life, I had abs. So I had abs. More importantly, I had a system. I decided to lose 20 pounds, and by using this flexible dieting, I actually did. And it was difficult, but it was doable. So now, the more I researched and the more I learned about this, I realized that it's not gonna get more difficult, it's just gonna get easier. I'm gonna learn more and more to make smarter choices, better choices, and by adding muscle, I'm going to be able to eat more food in the future. So again, naturally, I started bulking. I started lifting more weights, adding more weight. I had a system now that allowed me to add as much weight as I want weekly and then lose as much weight as I want weekly. So after that bulk, I went on a cut. I lost all the excess fat, but now I had some muscle. It felt amazing. It was great. Like, I was looking good. I had abs, and I wasn't where I wanted to be, and I'm not where I want to be. But for the first time in my life, I had something that works. I had a system, I had an understanding of how this will work, of how to add weight, muscle, and then how to lose fat. I felt in control. Now, since I was super happy with the results and I felt in control, obviously I think that there are a lot of pros about flexible dieting, but what is it that makes, for me, flexible dieting superior over the other diets? What is that makes this type of eating better than all other types of diets, and why did I manage to stick to it for 5 years when I've tried a million other diets and I would always quit? Of course, getting results helps. Feeling in control also helps. But I think that the main thing that made me stick to this diet for as long as 5 years, and I feel like I'm gonna stick to it for a lot longer, is the thing that's actually in the title of the diet. And that's because it's flexible. Friends are calling you for dinner and you end up at Chili's. Now, you pick up your phone and you open MyFitnessPal and you don't scan it, but you add those fajitas that you just ate and you try to fit them into your macros. If you can't properly fit them today, you can kind of tweak it around and just eat something less tomorrow maybe, or do a bit of cardio. Do you know how many times I've been to Chili's and had a couple of margaritas that I can actually log and then calculate, just instead of being like, oh, I'm dieting, I'm not gonna go out. You can here and there go out, have your margaritas and work around them. You can work things around. It makes you way more organized when it comes to your diet. There has been so many times where I would have a super high protein breakfast, then have a protein shake after my workout, chicken with some veggies for my late lunch, and be left with a lot of calories and macros so I can snack with the movie at night, or I can go out for dinner and have something that's like semi-macro friendly. It's just super flexible. Also, it is very accurate. Yes, you can get great results with other diets as well, but there is no way that you can do it with the same precision. With flexible dieting, or if it fits your macros, you can literally gain a pound a week for months, or lose a pound to 2 pounds a week, month after month, and get to the shape that you want to get in. Now, of course, everything has cons. For me, I can actually just think of two. The first one is you have to weigh everything. If you're going to put it in your mouth, you have to put it on the scale first. Well, not everything that's going to go in your mouth. However, when you start doing this, you realize that you pretty much eat the same things every single day. So you can just add half a cup of Greek yogurt and just enter it into MyFitnessPal without weighing it. And everything that comes pre-packaged, you can scan with MyFitnessPal and it will give you the serving size, the protein, fats, carbs, calories, everything. The other thing that's not cool about it is that when you go out to a restaurant that's not a chain restaurant or a burger joint that's not a chain, you don't have the macros. So you kind of have to eyeball it and assume how the calories, the macros. You have no idea what kind of meat they put in there, how much oil they cook their food in. So you're just gonna have to assume. And that's okay because you don't have to be extremely precise all the time. Just limit your going out to once a week and still eyeball it, enter it into MyFitnessPal. So even if you go like a bit overboard, it's not going to make a tremendous difference. I would add one bonus negative thing to this diet, and it's actually not about the diet itself, it's more about how some people interpret it, meaning a lot of people are gonna hear flexible dieting, everything that fits your macros, and they're gonna try to fit as many Pop-Tarts and sweets and Snickers and all that crap into it. Now that's not the point. The point is to be able to be flexible when you go out, to have a drink or two, maybe have a Snickers here and there, but you still need to focus on getting your nutrients in, getting your fiber in, your vitamins, minerals. So you need fruits, vegetables. Some common sense should be used here, right? Whatever diet you're on or whatever your eating habits are, even if you're someone who just eats whatever they want to eat, yep, eat that Snickers, but also give your body the nutrients it needs. Because if you fill your body with crap, then your body struggles to actually do something with that crap, because most of it is not even food. So your body cannot even process it. And while your body is struggling to process that, it's losing resources there that can be used to build muscle, to burn fat. You just don't want to poison your body all the time. You want to give it nutrients, okay? It's actually, people don't realize how important this is. You need to feed your body, give your body the nutrients it needs, please. Yes, I would absolutely recommend this to everybody, at least for a month. Now, even if you're someone who doesn't want to diet, who doesn't want to lose weight, doesn't want to add muscle, you have no fitness goal, you just accidentally clicked this video, you should try flexible dieting if it fits your macros, at least for a month. Because trust me, after this month, after this experience, you're going to have a very different look on food, on calories. When you see a donut, you'll be like 300 calories, a lot of fat. It looks like a carb source, but it actually has a lot of fat in it as well. You're gonna understand things when you go to the store, and you don't even have to limit yourself to like anything. You'll see one donut, another donut. You'll be able to think, they pretty much are the same thing. Let me see which one has less calories. This one has 250, this one has 400 calories. I don't care which one I'm gonna get, I just want a donut. So why eat the extra calories? You're going to be able to recognize what's good for you, what's bad for you. It's just going to change the way you look at food for the better. So I would absolutely recommend for everybody to try flexible dieting for at least a month or two, and then you don't have to do it. Like, just do it for a month or two, just so you have a better understanding of food, calories, macros, nutrients, all the good stuff. A fair warning though, you might, not saying you will, you might actually get stuck with it and just do it for a long time. So that's a warning. I don't want you to say that I didn't tell you, okay? I told you. Well, that wasn't that difficult, was it? I hope it wasn't for you to watch it either and you stick to the end of this video. If you did, thank you so much, I appreciate it. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure you go and follow me on Instagram, because I would really like for you to follow me on Instagram. It's Boban Fitness, and I post on my stories a bunch of times every single day Also, I'm starting this new series on YouTube where I'm going to post a bit of a different kind of videos. So if you ever thought about subscribing to my channel, this is the time to do it. And yeah, like I'll see you on Tuesday maybe.